and welcome back to Sigh of the Abyss. So, we agreed to become the Lady of Dawn and started tying up some loose ends. We dealt with the Laverna last time, so I guess we'll see who is next. After refreshing yourself and collecting your thoughts, you are ready to leave. Alfheon is waiting for you at the Rose, ready to convince Aichi to join your cause. Right, we still have to deal with her as well. With a spring in your step, you head to the Rose. The streets of Carolise are the usual riot of scents and colors. The distant smell of brine carried by the wind mixes with that of fresh bread and olives, and laughing children run past you. The scene steals a smile from you. This is the beauty you swear to nurture as the Lady of Dawn, with Alfheon at your side. The rose's smells range from the brightness of lemon to the smokiness of roast. The innkeeper waves you over once he sees you.
Alfheon told me you'd pass by. I'll fetch him for you.
Thank you. He disappears behind the drape, and 1 minute later, he's followed by your beloved Alfheon.
Are you having breakfast here, or...? If I survive the morning.
Alfheon greets you with a kiss and takes your arm. See you later. Dumbfounded, he lets you go without even a question. I thought you'd already be talking with Aichi by now.
I wouldn't want her to scare off the patrons of the tavern. How did your adventure in the depths of the city go? I'm invested, you know, since I have to thank them for my greatest song yet.
He seems intrigued by your intention to reform them.
Ranza of La Marina. I wonder what kind of person she is to gain your trust.
I wouldn't say trust necessarily, but okay. One with an eye for luxury and business. There are plenty of alleys around the Rose. Some have their reasons to see little traffic, from the pervasive stench of urine to a gap in the sewage hole. Alfheon gags as soon as he steps into one.
I'll never be mentally prepared for the conversation we're about to have, so...
He squeezes his eyes in a frown for a moment.
You're going to do most of the talking, right?
Of course, or Alfheon? I mean, I guess we have to, but... I mean, we could use some support. Alfheon?
What do you call this? Stage fright? Performance anxiety? I have no idea how she'll react, and that's scary.
Very fair. Aichi takes shape from the shadows on the walls, tense like a bowstring. Actually, I'm also not really sure how she'll react. She's been kind of unpredictable. Not necessarily in a bad sense, but, you know.
Good morning.
Alfheon's jolly greeting is promptly ignored as she pulls her hood down to look at you. You are ready to resume the conversation you had the night before. What the Abyss wants is not in the city's best interests. She takes a deep breath. What's best for the city guard patrolling the streets matters very little to the nobles in the citadel. Blood and terror do not benefit anyone. Whose blood are you talking about? She crosses her arms and leans over the wall. The streets of Carolise have only known the blood of peasants thus far. She looks towards the citadel, perched atop the rock, distant and impossible. For things to change, they must taste a different kind. The Abyss's truth is brutally simple. Rich or poor, old or young, all souls find their end in its embrace. Its everlasting darkness accompanies them, cradle to the grave. Once the people of Carolise open their eyes to the truth, the city will be bathed in blood, yes, that of the tyrants that confine rewards and punishments to the afterlife. A war among the populace is not the solution, or the heavens reward virtue, not subservience. I don't know about the second one, but I am pretty much on the side of this one. A war among the populace is not the solution. Why? Violence and pain are excellent deterrents. Instead of being postponed to the hells, punishments are most effective in the tangible world, where a limb lost is never regained and a broken bone will never fully heal back. What happened at the dance, Livera? What happened to the darkest hour? Something made you stray. Someone? Ascanio, the prodigal one, showed himself to me. You reconfirmed what you told her the night before, and she is not pleased. Alphion, who has been remarkably silent throughout, suddenly becomes more tense. His thoughts gently slide among yours.
Be very careful. The Abyss has fed her lies about him for years.
Ah, yeah, that complicates things. Like, Atri has a good head on her shoulders, and she has the people's interests in mind. Like, we know that, but yeah, if the Abyss has lied to her, then that's a problem. Did the prodigal one tell you why he felt the need to establish the false son? Because of love or because of grief? That's a difficult one. I have a feeling that... Oh, I don't know. So usually I'd say with grief maybe we'd be able to appeal to her because she has that as well. But then it might seem like he's blinded by grief, and then that's not a good, you know? Love or grief? Tricky. If she's been fed lies, I mean, it would be good to know what lies. Because the truth is that, yeah, grief was a catalyst for him, right? But also rooted in love, then? It's like two sides of the same coin, so... I'm gonna try because of grief. It would have been so easy to let his sorrow turn into frenzy, yet he wanted to protect and cherish instead of destroying. Atri doesn't seem impressed. Did he tell you why he never revealed himself to us before?
Out of fear, I would say. We're both pretty terrifying in our own right.
Don't think I haven't noticed that the shadows are displeased with you too, Alphion. How come? Having you do anything has always felt like pulling teeth, yet you are eager to deny the Abyss. He shudders at the analogy.
What can I say? When I see someone cry, I don't kick them down to make their abyss darker. I'd rather comfort them.
The Abyss is violence just as it is comfort. Thus, when I reject the Abyss violence, I reject its comfort too. What are you left with?
The goddess and her light.
Atri looks blankly at you. The conversation is going nowhere, exactly as Alphion predicted. I wish to meet this Ascanio.
Me too, but unlike her, I have no intention to assault him.
Get out of my mind, Alphion.
Why don't you tell me why you're so angry then?
Because you tell me of the hope he gives to Carolise, but when I was facing the Thayans, where was he? When the Rami kept rising from the waters, why was I alone against them? Was my first death part of his grand plan? Did he have a reason for leaving me in the maws of the enemy lines, driving me to awaken that monster to defend the city? The answer will determine whether I assault him or not. Killing the monster that caused their first death didn't make her pain any duller. Aichi lost more than just her life at sea. She lost her hearth, the people under her command, and so many years spent reforming from the bits and pieces left of her. She is never outside of the shadows for long, and you can already see the skin on her forehead regenerating and hair poking out of her scalp. I will lead you to him. You merge with the shadows. Atri and Elphion follow. You slide from cobblestones to ivy, from walls to roofs, as fast as your mind allows it. The refrain is but a minute away. Ascanio is not in the gardens. Would he know that you're bringing Elphion and Atri with you? Maybe. How's this going to go? The gates creak happily, and Brother Mattia, who's descending the stairs, calls out for you.
Livera, I knocked on your door for the lords, but you were already gone.
Elphion clears his throat.
Apologies. I didn't know you were bringing more guests.
Where is Ascanio?
He's helping Sister Celeste move some furniture. I can call him for you. Please do.
He nods quickly and climbs back to the first floor. That was Brother Mattia, or don't say anything. Oh, no, that was Brother Mattia. One of the victims of the Laverna. He found asylum here. Atri hums in acknowledgement. Brother Mattia should be one of the first to know of the Laverna's fate. You owe it to him. Footsteps draw you out of your musings and announce Ascanio's arrival. Dressed in the blue garbs of the halls, simple yet elegant, he looks as confident as ever as he descends the stairs. The silence is thick like honey. He takes off his glasses and folds them into a pocket, revealing eyes that mirror yours and Atri's.
Hello, friend.
Atri glares at Elphion.
Someone needs to be the first to talk.
And of course it needs to be you. With impeccable manners, he bows to you all.
Well met. I am Ascanio.
You know who I am.
I have of course heard of your good work in the city, rescuing victims from fires and tormenting the wicked.
Funny you say that. I have never heard a single good thing you have done. No, I mean you just did? Didn't you? That Brother Mattia was also given asylum here? But okay.
I find that having statues in your likeness severely limits how free you can be centuries after they are carved.
Atri's hands ball into fists, and Elphion rushes in before the situation devolves any further.
There is no need to be fighting already, really. You have only just met.
Spurned by his plea, Atri controls her temper. For now.
Do you insist on knowing what I have done for Carolise? I followed the mandate of the Abyss and established it.
And when the Thayans were attacking, where were you? Okay, getting straight to the point, I like that.
I was hiding.
Coward.
Insult me all you like. Had they found me, they would have been successful. It wasn't the city they were after, but my blood, for it grants the gift of magic.
So you did nothing while I faced their army alone.
Did you ever notice the darkness of the abyss within the corpses you were fighting so relentlessly? They were gifted undeath by Irm, ruler of the Winter Court of Thea. I couldn't be seen by them. She would know of my presence.
You could have met with me. You could have told me. You could have done anything to help instead of letting me awaken that creature.
I could have, but did not. And where is your apology?
I wish things had gone differently. You expect Ascanio to elaborate, but he falls silent instead. That's not much of an apology, and you observe Atri's reaction with bated breath. To your surprise, she grins.
You are a bastard.
Alfion's thoughts flow into yours.
Would you believe me if I told you she means it as a compliment?
Yeah, it sounded like one, honestly.
And you are as fierce as the scorching apex sun. You'd make a fine lady of the prime.
Ascanio looks at you with a smile.
I believe you are in the presence of dawn and dusk already.
Atri turns towards you as well, but she looks betrayed instead.
You never told me that.
I was about to say, you didn't let me. She was kind of gone before we could elaborate more, didn't we? I implied it, didn't I? Did we? I don't quite remember, but I feel like she didn't quite let us. So, yeah, you didn't let me.
Don't get mad at Livera. You know it's true.
You'd feed those thoughts the same lies they have been consuming for centuries, hoping for a reward that will never come.
The reward for the virtuous is a life lived happily.
And what of the punishment for the wicked?
You have been administering it for years.
And by all means, keep doing that. Your violence gives hope to those that lack it, and denies the joy of torment to those that chase it. Had we not agreed, Atri, that I'd be the judge, you the sword, and Livera the open hand that comforts, we're not going back on your word. We're not going back on our word.
The goddess might not be real, but the deeds done in her name are.
We are envoys of the abyss. Darkness empowers us, shadows course through our veins.
Your nature does not define you.
Oh, what a line. And right you are. He gestures at himself, then at you and Alfion.
As you can see.
Atri is beside herself. You see her take a deep breath, then shake her head, unable to come up with a rebuttal, then disappear. Atri. I mean, better than throwing fists.
She's just being difficult about it.
Now that she is gone, Ascanio releases a deep sigh.
Have you been sifting through her thoughts the entire time? No. Well, maybe once. Your non-apology to Atri, would it have killed you to tell her that you felt guilty about letting her die?
You know how she is.
She would have seen me as weak instead of respecting me.
Alfion hums something with a shrug.
What now?
I'm afraid we are at Atri's mercy until she makes a decision.
Give her some time.
Hours, hopefully, not days. Also, you might want to have a word with Brother Mattia and Sister Aleste.
Ah, yes, the mind-clearing kind.
I'll leave you to it. He retires to his study.
What does he even do in there?
He's an alchemist.
The panacea type or the metal type?
The metal type, I think. I have a feeling that Atri will come around, but who knows? And I'm wondering if it also depends on some of our choices we made in the past, but oh well, we can only wait and see. You head upstairs, where Alfion makes a quick stop at Aleste's and Brother Mattia's rooms. There, he slices away their memories of the screaming match between Atri and Ascanio. I was wondering about that, if they were still around to hear.
Nothing you should concern your pretty heads about,
Once he closes the door, he looks at you almost sheepishly.
I wish I could have you all to myself, but there are things you need to do, don't you?
They deserve to know what happened to the Laverna. And I need Mirane to know of my new path.
We haven't spoken to her in a while.
He steals a kiss from you.
But once you're done,
I'll be yours.
Music to my ears. I'll take a bath then. The water here is warm.
He slides into the washing room, winks one last time, and leaves you to it. Okay then. Brother Mattia opens Aleth's door after you knock. Livera, I wanted to sing the Lords with you this morning, but you were already gone. That's what he told you once you returned to the refrain. How many of his memories did Elfion tamper with? I'd welcome you in, but my room is... It's utter chaos. The table and chairs are currently on the bed, and the wardrobe is smack in the middle, too heavy for Aleth and Brother Mattia to move. Wasn't Ascanio helping her move furniture before you asked for him? I was about to say, can we help with our powers? Need any help? Need any help? Ascanio should be back shortly. No, we're gonna help, but I guess with our strength for once. I guess it's not a big decision, but I always feel compelled to save in this. Need any help? I couldn't possibly ask you to waste your holiness on furniture. You approach the wardrobe. Its weight won't be a problem for you, but its unwieldiness will. Where do you need this? Where the desk was. It will cover the window. She nods. Instead of lifting it, you push. The shadows embolden your muscles and grant them enough strength to move the massive piece of furniture. Thank you. Don't aid me. You made it look so easy. Why did you decide to rearrange the furniture? It's hard to focus on my Vespers when the room is flooded with light. Alest, and you too, Brother Mattia. You don't need to hide anymore. They both look at you with hesitation. The leader of those ruffians is dead. Alest gasps. And the one who will replace her will lead them differently. Have we spoken to Renza yet? I don't think so. You'll let her lieutenants live? Among them, some deserve a second chance. I believe the Laverna can change their course and, with time, live different lives. Alest and Brother Mattia exchange a glance. They are doubtful, but isn't that natural? That means I can return to the temple. So can I. Not immediately, but yes. You have never seen Brother Mattia so radiant. His joy spills from his eyes and cascades over his happy wrinkles. After some nights of isolation and idleness, he can finally return to his life of service. Here, brother, I have a handkerchief for you. Thank you. I just can't believe it's over. This has been a long day for you, and it's only early afternoon. After a small celebration with them, you excuse yourself to sort your thoughts in the privacy of your space. Ascanio announces his return by knocking on your door. Come in. As soon as he enters, his posture deflates and he leans against the door. The next time you decide to invite Atri and Elfion, please give me some notice. Oops. That's a choice, oops, okay. The spontaneous nature of our chat is what made it go so well. Maybe. There won't be a next time. I don't know about that. I'm sorry.
let's stay positive. The spontaneous nature of our chat is what made it go so well.
You think it went well?
Yeah? I mean, there was no blood drawn. He clearly doesn't.
I'm surprised the Admiral stormed off.
She was outnumbered and clearly not going to win whatever argument we would entangle ourselves in.
A soldier would call hers a tactical retreat.
What follows a retreat, or what happens if she decides to oppose us? I have a feeling she won't, so I'm gonna try and be more positive. What follows a retreat? Doesn't have to be positive, but you know.
I don't know much about the art of war, but my guess would be a counter-offensive. But enough about her. Why is Alfhion taking a bath?
To quote him, because the water here is warm. All the bells of the city toll together, marking the half hour. You listen to them in silence.
I must return to the halls, knowing what will happen to how many exactly is necessary. But knowing what will happen to how many exactly is necessary before you can ascend as the Lady of Dawn.
We also need to have a talk with Renza and convince Aichi not to oppose us.
I never said it would be easy.
He leaves with purpose, and you steal a glance at the city beyond the windows, flooded in the warm tones of dusk. Yeah, it makes sense, especially for Aichi. She's been doing things so long. Like, why would she pivot so easily? So, yeah. It seems quite realistic that she wouldn't be swayed so easily. You walk to the washroom and hear splashing. Still enjoying the bath?
I just stepped into the tub.
You take that as his blessing to visit Mirani. How will this go? You hold the letter she left for you, unable to open it just yet. The freedom she thought she would gain in the abyss will never come to be. Have you failed, Mirani? Is the alternative failing the entire city? With a knot in your chest, you break the seal. Well, I think we cannot make everyone happy. Dazzling smoke overwhelms your senses to bring you to a starry abode.
Livera, I was waiting for you.
She is stirring a cup of freshly brewed cha, and the mellow aroma of the drink fills the air with its herbal notes.
My friend, the dance, how did it go?
I refused the call of the abyss, the darkest hour.
You...
The spoon clatters on the ground.
You did?
What the city needs to change is not a bloodbath, but hope. Hope not to be dreamed, but touched. In disbelief, she listens to you recount your exchange with Ascanio. Even the Laverna deserve another chance under a new leader.
And you will ascend as Dawn?
With Atri as the prime and Alfhion as dusk, falsehood backed by truth, magic, and intention.
I wish I could be firm enough in my beliefs to oppose you, but truth be told,
you are a kind soul chilled by death.
A kind soul,
but death does terrify me.
Power by any other name would be as invigorating.
A pensive smile fades.
What will happen to me without the abyss to free me from the shackles of the halls?
You can hardly promise anything to her. The decision doesn't rest on your shoulders alone. I refuse to let you rot in there. The city belongs to the mages just as it belongs to the rest of the people.
With glistening eyes, Mirani hides her face in a cup. Thank you, my friend. She collects herself after a moment. I could offer my advising services to you. My price would be my freedom. Advising services? Have you thought about what to do with Nessa and her coven? Not yet. A wonderful sense of levity, of hope, has brightened Mirani. You enjoy a cup of char with her, imbued with your dreams for the future, before returning to your room. Okay, that went more pleasantly than we thought, and yeah, if it's about her freedom from the halls, can we talk to Ascanio about that? I guess we have to rely on him a lot for all of this. But it was his request for us to, yeah, to help him, so it goes both ways, right? That evening, your slumber is interrupted by a whisper.
I am restless. Lend me your ear.
It's Atri, embedded deep into the shadows cast by the starry night.
There is no need to get up.
You lose your shape and return to the abyss, where she is waiting for you. The shadows dance around you, once souls, now power for you to be harnessed. How are you doing? Do you feel better? Good evening. I'm all ears. Are you alright, Atri? Yeah, I'm a bit worried for her that she's in this state, but... yeah, are you alright?
Are you alright, Atri?
Here and now, within the abyss. Yes.
I'm glad to hear that.
Within the world of the abyss, where souls mingle without the limitations of physical bodies, Atri rejecting from you means she needs to arrange her thoughts. It doesn't take long, but time is meaningless in the abyss.
How did you convince Alfian so easily?
He has always preferred the goddess to the abyss, or why do you want to know? Did he prefer the goddess exactly? Or was it more like he doesn't care for either as long as he gets to do his thing? I am interested in why she wants to know it, but I don't want to come off as not forthcoming with, like, yeah, not open to share stuff, so... I guess I'm gonna go with this one. He has always preferred the goddess to the abyss.
His choice to support her, to be Dusk, must be founded on something more than a simple whim. Alfion has always been sensitive to a fall to the place of mortals. He not only knows what's hidden in their hearts, he also knows of their desires.
And what do the mortals want?
They must want her lie, the illusion of justice, empty retribution.
They need someone to believe in, or it won't be empty if you exact it. No, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. It won't be empty if you exact it.
Having them believe in the heavens and hells doesn't mean the gulls will have to be empty.
What of the gallows?
We will need to decide that together with Alfion and Ascanio and refine our tenets and...
Tenants?
Dawn is my domain, and 3 are my laws. Nurture hope, cherish understanding, and remember that what you wish upon others, you wish upon yourself.
What do you think of them, or what would your tenets be? Yeah, what would your tenets be?
I wouldn't know. I was never interested in the practices of the goddess.
I'm sure you could be brought up to speed in no time.
You grew this enamored with the false son after speaking with the prodigal one.
After a poignant pause, she resumed speaking.
I was afraid he was manipulating you, ancient as he is compared to your mere days on this earth.
Do you still think he was? I appreciate the concern, or he would never. Yeah, saying I was afraid is... I don't think she is, so... I appreciate the concern. All around you, the dance of the frenzied shadows is unkind to you. They graze you, unable to hurt you, unable to turn against an envoy. For now. You wonder if the same will happen once the last soul stops protecting you from the abyss and its consequences.
When I first awakened, I was welcomed by the acolytes of the abyss, come to witness the glorious sacrifice of their brethren. Did you?
No, not enough are left, and they worship the abyss alongside the goddess.
How do they reconcile the two in their hearts?
One is a mask, the other is their truth.
Perhaps I too should adapt to their ways. Garb myself in light while preserving darkness.
What does that mean, Archery?
That I am willing to be your prime. But if I am to be the sword that descends after the scales fall out of balance, I will drag the hells upon this earth and unleash them on those that deserve it.
That sounds like a threat.
It is not for you. You are not one of the mortals that will taste the abyss.
Her heart is not in it, but she agreed.
I will see you tomorrow, I am sure.
As soon as she leaves, you return to your dreamless slumber, now chilled by her resolve. Okay, so that seems somewhat good, but A sudden thumping sound resonates through your dreamless slumber. You open your eyes to catch the shadow of a pebble on your window, flooded by the golden light of dawn. You know of only one person who'd be awake so early and would rather throw rocks at your window than enter the refrain. You adjust your nightgown to be presentable and look into the courtyard. Silas is kneeling on the ground, searching for more pebbles to throw. Before she gets the chance, you open the window. Good morning, Silas, or Silas, what are you doing? Good morning, Silas. She waves at you from below. Morning. I'm coming in, if you don't mind. Through the window? Or of course not, but come through the front door. Of course not, but come through the front door. With a grumble, she heads for the gates. You use the time to get dressed. A minute later, you welcome her inside and she makes herself comfortable. Hello there. I still can't really wrap my head around you being the Lady of Dawn, despite seeing it with my own eyes. She scratches her cheek in a rare display of bashfulness. You don't mind if I still see you as Livera, right? Of course not. You are one of the few who can, or I act for her, but I am not really her, Silas. I mean, we never said to them that we really are the Lady of Dawn, right? We really were just like, okay, she acts through us. So I think that's, like, of course not would be my impulse answer. But like, I act for her, but I'm not really her, Silas would be more open? I'm going with that. Of course you aren't. You're down here and the Lady of Dawn is up in the heavens. But she chose you to do her will, to act as her here on Earth. Although, for being only your second day as the Lady of Dawn, you have already broken some rules. She elbows you with a wink. Where were you at daybreak, I don't need to be awake at dawn to be dawn. Don't tell me you want to recite the lauds together. Sleeping. Oh, you're right, it's not fitting for dawn to miss out on dawn. I'm gonna go with straightforward. Sleeping. Tisk tisk. But I shouldn't be so harsh with you. You have already done something for the city. She traces a crisscross on her eyes and lips. You killed her, didn't you? She seems utterly unfazed by the death of Laverna. How did you know? When I came back yesterday from the forester's hide, I was taken to the hideout to hand the maps over and saw what you did. There's a subtle tension in her jaw, one you can only catch because you are so familiar with her. I had never seen her. It was the one before her that gave me this. She taps on her lips, marked with a clean, vertical scar you have come to associate with the group. What of the others? What of me? I think everybody deserves second chances. Imagine what the Laverna could do if you used your hideout, your connections, and your skills for more noble pursuits. Like? Commerce, for example. Her nose scrunches. We do a bit of that, kinda. With someone like Renza in power, you could rival the reach of a merchant guild. Her mouth turns into a perfect O. Renza! Renza! Is she not capable to lead you? I don't know about that. I just don't like her, with her fake names and fake jewelry. Her people are happy, however, and mighty loyal. She grunts. I don't know what your plan is, but no, sorry, I still don't like her. I almost forgot what I came here for. Her hand digs into a hidden pocket of her vest, and she fishes out a small roll of parchment. This. Do me a favor, A faint scent lingers on the parchment, that of wax and perfumed oil. The handwriting, despite its curse of elegance, is occasionally splotchy. The words chill your bones. Livera, how much is this ruffian's life worth to you? Meet me by the Admiral's statue at noon, and no harm shall come to her once you divert your eyes. Signed, your brother, dearest. Wolf. How did you get your hands on this? Did someone give it to you? Why? Is it bad? Someone is threatening you or you're in danger. Are these not the same things? Threatening you? Threatening us, more like. I guess someone is threatening you. Her abyss reveals her secrets to you. The desire to fight and the instinct to flee drown everything else in her mind. Danger looks somber on Silas. You sever the connection to the abyss and ignore the shadows that try to pull you back into her mind. Who is it? The signature belongs to Miss Legrande's brother, the one that made a fool of himself during the Queen's dance, and none other than the patron lord of the house. Nobody will lay a finger on you while I am around. That doesn't answer my question, but thank you. Please, tell me where you found this. She turns around and begins pacing. I did mention once or twice the really nice pay I was getting to keep you alive, right? Oh, right, there was that. I totally forgot about that. I didn't know you were still receiving it. It surprised me as well, but I'm used to not asking questions. Yesterday I made a stop where the money is left, except there was none. Just this scroll. Your mind races with what ifs. The patron lord used Silas to reach you. How did he know of her connection with you? Could he have somehow intercepted the money? Tell me what the scroll says. So you do. Signed, your brother dearest. She whispers a curse. The one you humiliated at the dance, the patron lord? You nod. A new possibility seems more likely by the minute. Scylla's mysterious benefactor could have been the patron lord all along. No, that can't be possible. Your brother became the patron lord after the funeral of his father, the same funeral Anelia attended for her own mother. Was this a posthumous arrangement by Miss Legrande's father? Why Scylla's then? Your questions will have to wait until noon, you're afraid. Let me handle this. Aye, aye, friend. Gone are the protests and the worry. She trusts you. You let her go back to sweet Miss Lina, left in the care of a neighbour, Silas tells you. You find Ascanio in the entrance. Of all the things he could be doing, he's polishing a door handle with a rag. Well, someone has to keep this house in order, right? But yeah, I totally forgot about that someone was paying Silas. And she says, it wasn't her brother, at least not initially, so, strange. At least you're not the only one to find joy in mundanity. Good morning. He gives the shiny handle a look of approval before smiling at you. What are you up to? There was a speck of tarnish on the handle that bothered me. No more. It's unlike you to be awake for the lords. Silas brought me a message from the patron Lord Legrande. He wishes to have a word with me. I absolutely love that we're all so open with everyone, because communication is kind of key to, build this thing we're trying to do here. Ascanio's nose wrinkles in contempt. He must not hold your brother in high esteem. I need to tell you about Aichi. What of her? She visited me during the night, through the shadows. Without words to weigh our thoughts down, I shared with her our bright vision for Carolise. She resigned herself to it. Your choice of words is quite telling. Aichi won't be against us, but I don't believe she'll stand with us either. He hums. It's a better outcome than the one I had predicted, an open conflict between us. He nods to you warmly in an open display of respect. We should tell Alphion about Aichi's decision. I wish to meet with everyone to discuss the matter of the halls, once I am done with my brother dearest. Leave the arrangements to me. Thank you. Noon, the time of your rendezvous, is still several hours away. You decide to return upstairs and bump into Aleste, who is delighted to have someone to talk to as she redoes her braids. We're really taking our time with all of this, and I appreciate that. Aichi's statue rises from the rest with stern grace. Her eyes are fixed on the horizon, and her foot is much shinier than the tarnished rest. Behind her, two familiar figures are waiting for you. The patron Lord Legrande, unsettling in his similarity to you, and a garishly dressed bravo with a rapier on his hip. The eyes of the bravo flash in recognition once he sees you, and he leans in to whisper something in his exalted lord's ear. It's unlike you to be on time, Livera dearest. Because I am nothing like the sister you remember. Your sister is dead, patron lord. Do not call me that. Don't say anything. In between these two, because I'm nothing like the sister. Your sister is dead.
Livera, dearest. How cynical is he being? That's what I'm wondering. I guess let's not try to be too negative. I don't know. I mean, I don't trust him, but... because I'm nothing like the sister you remember.
You are a mirror image of her, except for your eyes.
How did you know how to contact me?
How indeed. I would not divulge the secrets of our house so easily, but since you are part of it...
He wipes an invisible speck of dust from his shoulders.
Father's will included a peculiar clause, one I had to execute to succeed him. It concerned your dowry. Much of it was used for the funeral, but the rest was hidden, 1 silver coin a day, under a loose stone in a well. 1 coin a day until the Queen's dance. Sounds familiar?
You were the one who hired Silas, or why until then? Why indeed? Why until then?
You'd have to ask Father. I merely fulfilled the obligations he passed on to me as head of the house. Imagine my surprise once I saw you alive and talking with the ruffian I was paying to do the ladies know-what.
Why threaten her?
You have always despised little nuts like her.
I am not the Livera Lagrande you knew.
Make no mistake, sister dearest. I know you have changed, but in the eyes of the Citadel, you will always be a Lagrande.
Really? But wouldn't she be proven to be dead? Or did it not work like that back then?
And what an honor it is for our house to be blessed with a Lady of Dawn.
You disgust me, or... so this is what this is all about. He wants me to be back in the family and, like, bring glory to the family's name or what? Weird. So this is what this is all about. You're here in the interests of House Lagrande.
Why else? I'll speak plainly. It is only natural you return to the house in an official capacity. We shall become the cradle of dawn and rise to rule the city like we were always destined to do.
What's in it for me? Well, I will rule the city, not you. What's in it for me is so weird at this point. I will rule the city, not you.
How short-sighted.
You know nothing of governing, but the house has always enjoyed steering Carolise.
Your mandates, how do you plan to turn them into laws? What about their enforcement? Should some be enforceable at all? What I offer you is mutually beneficial. We shall work together in her name and strengthen each other.
He's not wrong when he says you know nothing of governing, but he's presenting the house as your sole savior. Once you officially ascend as the Lady of Dawn, you won't displace judges and lawmakers. If anything, you'll work with them. I accept your offer, brother, or I don't need the Lagrandes to govern effectively. Interesting. So, yeah, I get the point that it might be beneficial for us, but how much influence would he have? Yeah, that's weird. That is weird. Do we really need him? Oh, I don't know. This is hard. Like, we've basically properly met him for the first time. They officially assent you won't displace judges and lawmakers, you'll work with them. I don't know. I'm so suspicious, like, especially since he, like the way he went about it, not just seeking us out normally, but, via that threat to Silas. And, like, he wants the power for himself, doesn't he? Can I discuss this with someone else? I don't want to make this decision by myself. But I have a bad feeling when it comes to him, so I am tempted to say I don't need the Lagrandes to govern effectively. Yep.
I must not have heard you correctly.
I assure you that you have. He exchanges a glance with the Bravo, but the burly man simply shakes his head.
I have seen what she can do, my exalted lord. I value my hide more than I value your coin.
You insolent rebel. The patron lord has seen what I can do as well. Perhaps he wishes for an encore. He points his finger at you.
This is not the last of me. You will return to the house.
Break his finger? Stare blankly at him, or we'll see about that. You know, I'll just stare blankly at him. Not getting the reaction he expected from you, he sputters some more before turning on his heels.
We're done here.
The Bravo tips his head to you and follows his exalted lord to a carriage at the far end of the square. Okay, that was weird. The refrain, concealed from the populace with magic, is but a short walk away. You head there with purpose, mulling over your exchange with the patron lord. The lush gardens are empty, but you hear a commotion inside. No, it's music. Alfion's honeyed voice merges with the notes of his lute and claps that follow the tempo. You peek into the foyer, occupied by a small crowd. Alfion is sitting on the stairs, surrounded by Aleste and Brother Mattia, the source of the enthusiastic claps. Leaning against the doorway, Ascanio claps as well, but with far less gusto. Aichi is the only one who seems indifferent about the performance, but a better look reveals a small smile concealed underneath her hood.
O shadow of death you hold, all miseries of the soul, the enemies in their hearts, all remedies of old.
You have never heard the song before, but the melody is vaguely familiar.
Makes us healthy, dry our tears, lay aside our toils, take from good all wrath and weakness, give them a good boil.
The last word stretches for several seconds until a burst of claps drown the notes of his lute.
Thank you, thank you. You're a wonderful audience, even those of you that are not clapping.
Start clapping or don't. Yeah, let's clap. He winks at you. Of everyone present, Brother Mattia is the one enjoying himself the most, almost more than Alfion. You haven't seen him smile like that ever since he took refuge in the guest house. Once the cheering dies down, Alfion props the lute on his legs and gives it a strange look.
This performance is officially my last.
Was his voice strained, or was it just your impression? You think you see his lips tremble, then his eyes glow in the otherworldly hue of the abyss, and a smile replaces his resignation.
Now, instead of failing to write a love song, I will live in one. With you.
Is the thought that falls gently into your mind.
And Aichi can finally smash my instrument to pieces.
And why would I do that? Learn to play it properly at least.
What was wrong with the way I played it?
You take the chance to step into the foyer and make your presence known to the others. At last, you're here. We have important matters to discuss.
So important you can't answer me, Aichi. I played that perfectly.
She ignores him and squares up to Elast and Brother Mattia. Before they can say anything, Alpheon twirls his finger and their faces become blank. They both nod in unison and head upstairs, docile under his command. I didn't even get the chance to read them or don't say anything. I mean, I know why, but why not? I didn't even get the chance to read them.
My bad, I was a bit too hasty in dismissing them. I could summon them back.
There's no need for that. We should move to the dining hall. He gestures to the space behind his back. Come. Lit by chandeliers even during the day, the dining hall is austere in its splendor. Several tables, enough to provide seating for dozens, populate the paneled room.
How is everything so sparkling clean? Did you keep it ready for us all this time?
Ascanio's glare has no bite. He seems almost flustered. I hope that one day you will come to appreciate silence without feeling the need to fill it with idle remarks.
Goodness gracious, I hope not.
Are you quite done? Alpheon pouts, but stays quiet. After a moment of silence, Ascanio speaks up.
The patron Lord Legrande wanted a word with you, Livera.
He was desperate to exploit my past in his favor, but I ignored his bribery. Aichi nods in approval.
Foolish as he is, the young patron lord is also powerful. I pray he won't sow discord in retaliation.
Before we move on to more pressing matters like the halls, there's something else I'd like to talk about.
We're listening.
We oppose the Abyss and all it stands for. Aichi's lips turn into a thin, vaguely snarling line. What of its acolytes, then? Out of the small coven that still exists in the shadows, you have only ever met Nessa.
I have kept my eye on them.
Their numbers thinned significantly once Alpheon, and then you, were raised by them.
Must we do something about them?
Whatever do you mean?
I do not wish to stain my hands with their blood. Time will bury their voices without the need for us to interfere.
I do not underestimate them. They should be quelled, or you make it sound easy. I don't know how... I do not underestimate them, yes, but they should be quelled? I don't know about that. And again, we have only met Nessa, and Nessa is fine. Like, I don't think she has really pressured us. Like, her views with how she is and how she thinks in terms of the Abyss might be dangerous, but she's been so helpful and like a genuinely good person, so I don't know about that. So I cannot in good conscience to go with the first one. You make it sound easy.
We have something mortals aren't afforded. Time.
Okay, that's a good point.
Waiting for problems to die of old age sounds peaceful, at least.
You agree to spare them, and Aichi relaxes. Okay.
It's settled then.
Oh, we're in agreement. Okay, that's something. Ascanio's eyes lower. The silence lasts but a moment before Aichi leans forward to study you. There's still a soul clinging to you, Livera. What does it want? Before you reveal yourselves to the city, before ushering it into a new era, you must first steal the full powers of the Abyss, and to do so, you need the halls. Steal the full powers of the Abyss? Interesting. The last whisper I hear longs to see freedom in the halls. Ascanio needs no words to show his feelings on the matter.
Since we're all here now, why don't you tell us what exactly the halls are, Ascanio?
Very well. Allow me to begin with a rhetorical question. What is a mage? A moment of silence passes while you think of the answer. A mage is proof of the hypocrisy of the abyss. That is not the answer you had in mind. In death, sure, all return to its embrace, but during their life, some mortals are blessed more than others. Their eyes occasionally glimpse the shadows we see so easily, and their blood can boil hot enough to call forth power. He leans back. In other lands, they are initiated into priesthood and act as enforcers of the envoy's will. They are the Abyss Army, the one I was intended to lead. Lead them I did, away from the gals of the Abyss. Through your blood. It allows mortals to see the Aether just like I do. Years of meticulous study choke out the mage's affinity for the impulsive magic of the Abyss.
Imagine all the good they could do if they weren't locked up.
There is a reason most only leave their gilded cages during the festival. I don't want to see the city dependent on magic. That's a point. About mages acting as advisors for the nobility, or about magic being used for the city. First one is interesting because it feels almost more negative, because the nobility is kind of a negative here for now. So, about magic being used for the city. Magic could still be used in extraordinary situations to aid the city. That is already the case. The expansion of the harbour has seen no casualties so far, thanks to mages supervising the project, and the canals are soon due some work. What about dealing with fires, or magic could be used for more? So I am really with him that we do not want to rely on magic for everything. I could make a comparison to some modern stuff right now, but yeah, let's stay more with things with grander things where maybe the mortals alone could really use some help. So what about dealing with fires? You saw Ascanio for the first time as a warden, after all, come to spirit away Mirane after her transgression. Helping with a fire that was ravaging a building and threatening to spread. Sorry. Wells are abundant for a reason. Besides, Adri here has kept the casualties exceptionally low.
At a cost.
She has been out of the shadows for long enough that her skin is beginning to heal, and her eyebrows bud in a line above her eyes. A cost I do not mind paying. I have yet to hear a single thing about letting the mages go free. Think of the destruction a disgruntled mage could cause.
Imagine all the good things they could accomplish.
The favors they could exchange to rise among the ranks and rule the city. How disillusioned. Yeah, but he has a point. We are here to bring hope to the entire city. That includes mages. But how? Declare them blessed by the ladies, and you will only make the divide between them and the populace more stark. Free them and pay the price in blood.
How long will it take for the halls to be empty if you do not infuse them with power?
Ascanio falls quiet as he ponders the question. Almost a century, but that will mean a rise of people with an affinity for the Abyss. And who will they join if not its acolytes? They are nurtured now, but won't be in a decade or so. Adri has been exceptionally silent during this exchange. I refuse to see Mirane shackled once more. You gave her luxuries and titles and cultivated her scholarly ambitions, but once she saw the misery of the city, once she realized how powerless she was, The darkest hour was our only way out. Must we treat mages any differently from other mortals? Are we not proof that it's not the gift itself, but how it's used that matters? Ascanio's thoughts fight with one another behind his eyes. If it's a crime to be born of the abyss, why are we discussing the future of the city instead of walking to a gaol?
Just say it already.
As you wish. They shall be allowed to leave the halls and practice some magic.
Being the warden gives you something to do as well.
Ascanio rolls his eyes. To the halls, then.
Can I come with?
Only I and the mortals bound to me are allowed inside. His eyes fall upon you. Envoys floating in liminality seem to be an exception. It sounds like powerful magic, not the kind you wield. It was a gift from the Thayans. War reparations, they called them. Alphion whistles.
Once this is done, you'll have to introduce us to all these other envoys.
I doubt they'll want anything to do with us. That's fair. Ascanio stands up, marking the end of your first council. Your confrontation with the Abyss will either be your undoing or the beginning of a new chapter for you and the city. Indeed. But I like that decision, like that we came to a kind of a compromise. Maybe not let's not run them free, because again, Ascanio does make some good points. But let's at least improve something, like not let the people feel like they were left alone by the halls. The waterfall that serves as the door for the hall spills its glittering bounty on the square, where gentle waves shining like glass hide the nothingness underneath them. The halls are Ascanio's home, yet he feels out of place, austere where the surroundings are decadently lavish. Not even 100 feet away from here, beggars line the bridges or don't say anything. No, let's drive our point home, even if he does seem to understand. I am aware. All the while this walkway is inlaid with gold. His eyes lower to look at the metal glistening under your feet. I am not proud of some of the compromises I made out of guilt. When I turned a child into a mage, I nipped all of their potential in the bud, replacing it with the life in the halls. I thwarted all the ways they could be. But not the ways they could have. At the time, letting them indulge in luxuries was the only solution I could think of. Are you open to the idea of revising it, or don't say anything? Those who will elect to stay within the halls will do so to enjoy the comfort it provides. Granted, it could be reasonably downsized. There it is, the entrance in front of your eyes, concealed by the waterfall plunging from bare stone.
Once we walk in,
He regards you from the corner of his eye.
once the last soul escapes you, you will fall into the deepest darkness. The abyss won't be warm and comforting like it was for us.
Are you afraid?
Only a fool wouldn't be. I pray you survive this.
Thank you.
We should go.
He is the first to slice through the waterfall with his arm. The water splashes all over, yet it does not wet his clothes. One step later, he's gone. The first step is purification. You squeeze your eyes shut and walk through the waterfall, an illusion that does not wet your face or flood your ears with water. A perfect blue sky welcomes you atop a golden wheat field. You have been to the farmlands, you have seen what a real field is like, and it's nothing like the sterile beauty of the Fields of Ignorance, that was the name. Mirani emerges in the corner of your eye. After her, countless more mages are summoned to the fields, witnesses of your mandate. The last whisper awaits your answer with trepidation, and you assert your will out loud.
You have been cut off from the city for long enough.
Tears flood Mirani's eyes.
Today, the door of your gilded cage opens for you.
Last, the little bird will bat its atrophied wings and fly away.
We got an achievement for freeing all the mages. The last soul, that of Mirani's mentor, presents itself to you, eager to be devoured. Delicious power invigorates you. You taste it for but a moment before your last defenses against the abyss crumble. Sacred nothingness surrounds you. With your senses absent, you are left to drift in the void. You are alone, yet you know you are floating among countless souls. Time loses its meaning. Your thoughts stretch for minutes or hours. You don't know. Perhaps you're outside of time. Or perhaps you're only afforded a moment of mercy before the abyss swallows you whole.
I refuse to yield.
This is the realm of the abyss, and its grandeur breaks you. Its power shatters you. You are nothing compared to it.
I am the one that will strike your name from the annals and turn you into falsehood.
You have no body, yet your blood boils and your fingernails rip and your eyes split open. You have no mouth, yet you scream, and your voice is fierce like that of a raging beast, not a whimpering victim.
I will withstand you and steal your power, and I will use it against you.
No. You will become finite and easy to swallow. The abyss will devour you whole, will morph you into another nameless shadow who serves it.
It's a standstill, or so you believe. Outside of time, for a brief moment, the comfortable void ushers you into the realization that in the realm of the abyss, you are as much as your intentions are. So long as you stay defiant, it cannot destroy you. It froths like poison, like lava, like the stormy sea, eager to escape its contradiction of hate.
I have always worked for hope.
You have not.
Like a blade quickly pointed at your throat, your words are turned against you by the abyss. 6 were the people that gave their life for yours. 6 were the wishes that bound them to you. Some you fulfilled, others you refused. Stand by everything that has led you to this moment, but choose your battles carefully. You cannot show even the smallest sliver of doubt to the abyss. That's daunting. What? Stand by everything that has led you to this moment. Choose your battles carefully. Okay. So, what? We choose the ones where we acted against the abyss, right? I guess let's go with... Wait. Is that what we're asked to do here? I know there was an autosave right now, but... I guess we acted against the abyss with Anelia, right? Because the abyss wanted to reinstate her as a noble, and we just let her be. And with Bastion as well, we we killed the monster, which was part of the abyss thing, so I guess that's good. With this one, I'm not so sure. Mirani we have freed, so that was in favor of the abyss. Laverna? Wow, really not sure. Them? Okay, I'll try with Anelia and see what that brings us, where that brings us, what we're really supposed to choose here, because I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Anelia's mother wanted me to rob her daughter of choice.
It was not her who was lying awake at night, among sweat and sorrow, unable to sleep, without their missing half.
Valerico and Michaela reunited at last because of me.
Your resolve grows stronger against the desolation of the abyss. Okay, so that was a good one. Okay, so yeah, where we acted against the abyss, where we really chose a different path. I guess that's which ones we should choose, so I'm going to go with Bastian.
One of the souls wanted me to eradicate one of your first spawns, the one that turned against archery, and I let her enjoy the kill.
Okay. Did I misremember that then?
Now the harbor prospers and the dockmaster's worries are at ease.
The abyss has nothing to say against your absolute truth. The path you have walked is true, your conviction unshakable. In this realm of souls, shine bright for all of us, defy your destiny and become the Lady of Dawn. Oh, okay, so 2 were enough. Okay. In this realm of souls, your creed becomes dogma, and your confrontation with the abyss ends in your victory.
You will give me the power to undo you.
Harbinger of the darkest hour. Envoy of a future without its gloom. Your gift has always been that of the end. The end of the prodigal one's folly.
Surely you don't mean...
The gift of death, a return to mortality for envoys like you. Oh, you are eager to accept such a powerful boon, or I want to bring hope, not death. Oh, this is tricky. Because again, we've talked about this before, becoming mortal. For envoys like you. Oh, this is interesting that at this point we get the choice. And again, we've talked about maybe being mortal, but then again, we don't want to make that decision for everyone if it also affects the others and, you know, the whole Alphion thing. And with us being immortal, that's what might give us the power to actually do good for the city in the long run. So at this point in time, I would say I want to bring hope, not death. So, let's see. A crystalline sound reaches you within the void.
The serene voyager intercedes for you, O envoy.
That's the title the Abyss gave to Lyris.
Bestowed upon you is not the end, but rejuvenation.
A gift most precious was that achievement. Bestowed upon you is not the end, but rejuvenation. Okay. Her gift shatters, keeping at bay the darkness that floods you. Now unbound by the promise of mortality, you withstand the shadows within them consuming you. Ancient wisdom shapes itself in the boon you received. You reject the violence of the abyss to embody the comfort it gives. Under your command, guided by your touch, the shadows can flush out ailments and restore injuries. Defeated and taken advantage of, the abyss has nothing more to tell you. You open your eyes to find yourself on the ground, surrounded by the golden wheat of the halls. Lyris' crystal is gone, and in its place you find glittering dust instead. You thank her with a smile. It will have to do, at least until you see her again. You barely have the time to soak in your surroundings before the wind is knocked out of your lungs.
Curses.
With a cry, you writhe on the ground, struggling to push yourself back up. Ascanio grabs your shoulder, and in a blink, you're transported outside the halls. The force that was overcoming you is gone as quickly as it came.
I should have known the wards would activate once you've succeeded. What an entrance, you two.
Alfheim helps you stand up and welcomes you into his arms. You have never seen him look so tenderly at you.
That took me by surprise.
Same.
You were face to face with it, and you survived its wrath.
Your survival is proof of the impossible. To think that the abyss would cower in front of you.
Gone are the souls that haunted you. Gone is the uncertainty of your fate. You went against your nature, defeated the abyss, and seized its power for your own, all to usher Carolise into a new era. A new chapter begins, one you won't have to experience alone. But have you ever been alone, truly?
This is the last day of rest for us, and dusk is fast approaching.
This is your last day as Livera. Come tomorrow, you will become dawn and belong to the people.
I'm not the only one feeling like a celebration, I hope.
You exchange a kiss with him. His mirth is infectious, and Victoria's smiles spread all around.
What's your idea of a celebration? Wine, good company, and a lovely view from the mezzanine of the Rose.
Okay then, we did it. We won our final fight. I didn't expect that to come something like this, but great. Your rise to power is given legitimacy by the alliances you have forged along the way. Hello? You ascend first, for that is the burden of dawn. The injured and the ailing flock to you, and soon word of your miracle spread. Atri takes the time to restore her scarred face to its former glory and discard her rags. So sorry. The striking resemblance she bears to her statue is more clear than ever. Oh, fun. The Admiral returns to Carolise, hailed not for her prowess in battle, but for the many people she has saved throughout the years as the city's protector. Once her illustrious past comes to light, yours emerges too. Rumors spread of Miss Lagrande's chilling cruelty, the joy she found in torment and perversion. You have the patron Lord Lagrande to thank for bringing ruin to your image, or trying to. Alfheim is quick to intervene before the rumors get out of hand. Alfheim, whose domain is the darkest, ascends away from the city's eyes. His tasks are the most taxing, but he does all with a smile on his face. As for Ascanio, he can finally rest and enjoy the fruits of his labor after centuries of relentless hope. Thus beginning a new era for Carolise. Brother Matteo refuses your offer to rise through the clerical ranks. It's among the people where he belongs, he says, distributing bread and lending his ear to the troubled. That does sound like him. Alas, fate is much grander. Once the corrupt members of the clergy of Dusk are purged, her ironclad values and fine mind make her the natural candidate as Alfheim's right hand. Supported by you as the new leader of the Laverna, Renza proves to be a cunning businesswoman. The first sweeping change she implements is abandoning the scar seared on someone's face as punishment. Yeah, that's kind of the least she can do, thank you. The Laverna become less bloody and feared more by merchants than common people. Of course, not all agree with the changes, and Renza soon understands why the old leader hid herself from her people. You ask Silas to be released from her ranks in exchange for protection, and Renza is happy to accept your offer. She even finds a new place for Silas to use her talents. Now an apprentice in a carpenter's shop, Silas carves wood instead of flesh. More and more mages abandon the halls to return to their families. Many rally again around Morane and elect to use their magic to repair crumbling houses, maintain canals, and put out fires. Several others lament their decadent past and refuse to leave the halls. You have given them a choice. What they do with it is in their hands. Malek's efforts to turn his parents' shop into an honest business don't pan out as he imagined. Renza has set her sights on the place, and his constant refusals only make her more relentless. Sorry about that. Your intervention is the only thing that stops her from seizing the shop by force. Valerico and Michaela, your most fervent supporters, soon have a healthy baby. They name her after you, forever grateful to be reunited. Patron Lord Rizzo lives long enough to see you come into power. No plea nor gift can make your heart waver, for you know of the atrocities he planned. He is the first the lady's judge, and is found guilty. Anelia becomes your personal seamstress, and her extravagant style is well suited for the Lady of Dawn. Aichi takes Nessa and her coven under her wing and grants them her protection. Now walking a path too dark for a child to follow, Nessa surrenders Mike to Lapo. Her studies of herbs continue with Lapo's instructions on medicine. That's not too bad. The waters around Carolise turn dangerous for the city's merchant fleet. The string of abductions point at other lands, at other envoys setting their sights on the city and its blasphemy. Oh, sorry. I think my mouse double-clicked. I hope I didn't miss anything there. I cannot really go back. You rule directly only for a generation. Year by year, law by law, you strip nobles of their wealth and privileges until they can be judged fairly. No mortal shall ever be above the law, and crime begets punishments in the hells as well as on earth. Your transgression against the abyss does not go unnoticed by the other envoys, and once the horizon is darkened by enemy fleets, you must defend the city. Carolise. Oh, long live Carolise. The city thrives and prospers under your reign is the achievement we got. Phew! Carolise, enclosed in the embrace between sea and mountains, is allowed to thrive by itself, with you to guide it should it fall into the mistakes of the past. Times change, plagues ravage entire countries, revolts plunge them into bloodied frenzies. Every terrible change inspires mortals to do better, to toil so that their children will never have to experience similar horrors. As their lives grow more comfortable, as their numbers surge, the abyss voice grows kinder, its magic less wicked. Perhaps the time of envoys is over, you think. Science can guide them instead of blood, reason over ignorance. Is your great work done? Is it? Oh.
You can go faster than this.
Oh my god. Wait. Immortality, sure, but I did not expect this. Look at them. Oh my god, I love it.
And when the Coast Guard stops us, what are you going to do? Charm them like you did last time?
No, I'll cover their body cam first, and then charm them.
Because it went so well when you last tried it.
Time has not been kind to your powers. Mortals have taken a liking to breaking down the inexplicable into understandable bits, but the abyss still defies the comprehension of most.
Do you want to take a sip?
You tip the straw of your cup towards Elphion.
Is it honeydew again?
No, I'm trying the matcha today.
With sugar, right?
600 years have passed. Oars turned into motors, desains into sugary concoctions garnished with tapioca. The world has all but forgotten the envoys that used to rule it, but you have never left. Alfheim takes a sip of the bubble tea before his nose wrinkles.
So bitter.
Forever yours. Reach a happily ever after with Alfheim. Nice.
I asked for half sugar.
It never works for matcha.
600 years have passed. You have changed in soul, but not in body, something that Alfheim has honored by never changing too. Aichi switches gears and the yacht slices through a wave, sending glittering splashes all around.
What happened to not getting in trouble with the Coast Guard?
It's a beautiful day, and after centuries of work, the mortals do not need you anymore. You can be Livera again. Sigh of the Abyss. Reach the end of the game. Thank you for playing. Oh wow! I did not expect that ending. And this changed. Interesting. Okay, here are the credits. They're not rolling by themselves. Great voice actors, by the way. I think the mixing was sometimes a bit tricky, where the voices were a bit lower than the music, even though I did put up the voices as much as I could in the settings. But yeah, these were all the people. Okay, let's close this. Sigh of the Abyss could not have been possible without the support of these amazing people. Oh. A lot of people, a lot of supporters. Fantastic. Okay, yeah, that was a great ending. Honestly, wrapping up all the loose threads and getting an overview with everyone we couldn't, like, meet directly anymore. At the end. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Like, somewhere in the beginning I was a bit unsure about the pacing of the story, I'm gonna be honest about that. But it all came together so well with all the people, everyone coming back to playing a role in the story, and everyone we helped being, yeah, just playing a role again and not being like a one-off character. That's amazing. With the choices again, I'm not 100% sure because I've only played this once. How much all of your choices affect gameplay. Some definitely, of course, but then whether some were more like a bit like, yeah, how do you want to play this character rather than what the outcome is. But it definitely feels like this has a lot of replayability, not only for the romance roots, that's kind of obvious, but also with the whole envoy thing, of course. Do you choose mortality? Do you choose to go with the Abyss? Like, that would be a whole different kind of route. And how will your companions react to that? Like, how much freedom do you really have? I'm not 100% sure on that, but I mean, that's why you just have to play a game and find out. And yeah, this really feels like you can change a whole lot, because you're not only making choices for yourself or for your love interests route, but for the whole city. Like, that is really what motivated most of my choices then later, once I got my bearings a lot more. Like, in the beginning it was a bit tricky to really make choices, like informed choices, you know? But we got there, and we got an ending I'm happy with. Like, I guess the only one who got kind of the short end of the stick was Malak there. Sorry about that. We didn't spend that much time with him as well, so I don't know if that's why. But yeah, and it's definitely also something where all the characters were very interesting, and I am really looking forward to replaying it and seeing, yeah, again, the characters' reactions to other choices, but also the other romances. like getting to know some of the characters a bit more that we haven't spent that much time with due to our choices. It's very fun. Thank you for playing. Thank you for making the game. Very, very fun. Yeah, that is it. Yeah, this has really changed now here. Huh, yeah. But that was Sigh of the Abyss. So, yeah, that's it from me for today and for this game. As always, I'd really appreciate if you'd let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Would you have made any other choices? How would you have played the whole story, the romances? If you want to play the game for yourself, the link's on the description below. Go and have fun, support the devs. Yeah, this was great. But that's it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time with a different game. Bye bye!